Okay, I just thought I would do a little reading here and see what would come up. If want to see how did the Secret Service really feel about Trump? How do they feel about him? I'd like to know how they feel about him. Especially with his lack of mask wearing and the spread of COVID everywhere he goes. How do the Secret Service feel about Trump? Well, they have a job to do, I feel like, and to protect the family. But look, they don't think well of him. They think of him as being overreaching, abusive, and, well, diabolical. So that doesn't speak to them, but they have to do it. They have to do it. They have to do their job. And they're just waiting. They're just waiting and hoping very much for, I think, a different president. I don't think they care for him. But they're committed to doing their jobs. Yeah. And I feel that this is looking at more of a more comfort feeling with, I feel like this is Kamala. But they also they want sensible people in. I need to look and see what Jill Biden's sign is as well. But I just feel like they want somebody in there that is going to be balanced and sensible and smart. And this could be a female that will get somebody or be connected to that. That could be Kamala, like I said. They're just waiting. But it could also be a woman that works within the Secret Service agency that oversees it. I'm feeling like she manages it, directs people, maybe to who they're going to be taking care of, watching, shadowing. There's a woman, though, that's very unhappy. Another one. But I think it's someone within the family because of a fire nature. I just believe socially she's a headache for them. Well, anyway, so there is that. Now, what was the other thing I wanted to look at very quickly? Let's take a look at Jared Kushner. How do things look for Jared? Does it still look like he could visit, spend a little time in the clink? How do things look for Jared? Jared Kushner. Jared Kushner. Just checking in on him. Activity, and it feels like it's being directed at him, or he's going to be, yes, and it deals with, I think, the Trump family and money, activity, perhaps trying to secure money for their campaign or their pockets, I'm sure. There's some new means of development. Maybe it's an ad or something, or something they create. It's very, and there's a quickness with it. Let me just get a few more cards. Well, some kind of business. He's probably trying to get something regarding that loan that he can't pay. Yeah, there's some kind of, this is about offers. I feel like he's been involved in financial, here we go, actual offering, exchange, business activity, making proposals. This is something that should have been work that he's supposed to have been, I think, working on for a long time, but it just becomes clear perhaps more publicly about the activity where financial activity and within their campaign and business deals. Well, he has loss coming. Jared has loss coming, despite, I think, his attempts to evade and defend himself. From allegations and his activities. But here he gets called on the carpet. Now you have, it's a new day and you have to be held to account. It comes out. And it's ruinous for him. So that's Jared's future is a real downer. But again, it's all stuff that he's set in motion, that he agreed to be part of, and choices that he made that will blow up in his face. He will end up losing. And it will be a great loss to their family. Because I feel like it's over. And I think this is Trump trying to stall, still holding out. King of Wands, who feels like they are suddenly on the outside. I think it's Trump. And people close to him. I just feel like as this persists, I just feel like he's going to be throwing some people out there in front of the bus to try and distract or from the constant scandal of what he's trying to do, like a smoke bomb. Yeah. No, they just, and I'm just shown again that Seven of Cups and the world. It's just they are not. They're too scattered. They're too. I think they can't get it together. They don't know really how to make a decision and follow through with it properly or something. There's just something about that with them that keeps coming up again and again. And it's almost a feeling of like that they're so kind of greedy that they can't narrow it down the way that they should. They want it all, but realistically you can't have it all. So if you don't act, there's a window of time for acting, and if you don't act within, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna be out of luck. So I think that's definitely showing what their family is going. Let's see, very quickly. So I'm gonna do. Okay, I want to look at Nancy Pelosi. Nancy Pelosi. What's going to be, just checking in with her at this time. What's going to be happening with her during this election. And afterward, let's just take a look at Nancy Pelosi. Nancy Pelosi. She is an Aries. Nancy Pelosi. What be up with Nancy Pelosi? What's she going to be doing that we need to be aware of during this election? Well, there's a King of Wands. These are rules. This is either coming at someone with regard to law, it's also Trump making people more vulnerable, definitely there. Feels like it's his more fiery nature, his Martian, uh, his Mars energy. To me, this is him wanting to be the one who dictates the rules for everyone else. I think this is her trying to get that. I think things like the stimulus bill, I know that it's just kind of stalled out because of GOP and all of that. It shows that she's fierce, though, in trying to look after something that's just kind of gelling, just kind of starting, just kind of taking off, getting groundswell. There is so much emotion here that it's overflowing. And it falls underneath this King of Wands. Could this be Trump in tantrum mode? I think so. Having to wait. He's going to be having a tantrum, I think, about being told rules are you have to wait for us to count these votes. You are not going to have it all your way. Again, I get that weight, that and this has to do with the combinations. To me, it's tallying perhaps the votes. It's all of that. Looking at all of the various, I think, data. And there is real there's real care, and I feel like there's watchfulness, monitoring. She's protecting something. I'm sure it's probably like ACA, all these things. Here is legally, I feel like the pursuit that will end up occurring. I worry a bit that she makes sure that she take care of her health. Not that I think that that's anything that she can't deal with, but it looks taxing. It looks very taxing for her to, but she has the will definitely, to see it through to the very end. And she has hope that we will become free of him, this confinement. There she is in her own reading. And she will make sure and to step in if he tries to go too far. I mean, he's already tried to go too far, but I just feel her presence there, and that if he is going to be a problem about leaving, she'll handle it. She'll get it sorted. If he has to leave for some reason any sooner, which I don't think so, I just feel like she's got it covered. She's got it under her control. The Strength card is next to her. So she's using a good, it shows her using actually good choices in the upcoming future and handling his, for all purposes, it's a meltdown. And to me, it's over perhaps the weight that will be involved in regard to the election. And this can be, to me, there's going to be an issue with him. I feel like with the transition of power. I do. I feel like this could also be the need to, the formal declaration, and him needing to leave, and they're going to have to get him out. And she gets it done. Cooperation. And this is rebuilding, coming together and rebuilding. She will be helping our nation to get back on track and to heal the divide. But also to defend Joe Biden and help him overcome, I think, whatever the Republicans are going to try and sling. And then things, it's a rough ride, but we pull out of this choppy 4 years of choppy water, and the time it's over for all of this anxiety and exhaustion. It's the universe again is giving us, you need to go in a new direction. So she's just there she's going to be there to help us tend to the things we need to in order to be secure and to rebuild our sense of security and our sense of trust and understanding, because that will be an issue. I see partnerships with women working together. This is really good. And I think women's issues, reproductive issues, and just women being more women in the White House working on key things. We're going to have a lot more women in. I get that too. Through Nancy's energy. And working with the public, and she's going to be transparent as much as she can. And I believe very happy to see, I feel like this is Biden and Kamala. And a new start that she's very pleased with after a hell of a lot of work. Okay? So there's a little ditty there too with Pelosi. I wanted to get her in. And now it's Friday, and I am going to read on myself. I need a reading for moving. I need a reading for working on my channel here to get it going, and picking up more views. Okay, so I will see you in the next video. I hope that you have a great weekend. I'll probably get at least one more video out this weekend. I hope maybe more. And I'll see you in the next video.